This week's episode is brought to you by not having enough material. When we can't think of what to talk about for an episode of Nexus at Night, sometimes we have to draw upon two or more sources at once to fill out anywhere between half an hour and an hour. And in this case, I ran out of material, so I'm making up the sponsorship off the top of my head. Running out of material. I should have written it on my hand.
Going to be judging your weird fish fetish. I'm a freaky fish guy.
Deadliest catch! It was everything I thought it was going to be and more.
The most deadly catch.
I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
I'm root beer.
Alright, so what are we talking about today?
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the V Extra Booster 5 Primary Melody, the set for Bermuda Triangle.
Alright, so what's the secondary melody?
That is a good question. Would that just be the TD?
That's what I was doing.
No, the TD is Chocolat something.
Chocolat Melody.
Yeah, sure.
Chocolat starring Johnny Depp.
Honestly, I'd rather talk about the TD. The TD is far more interesting.
That movie
Really?
was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's like every...
Did it win an Oscar somehow?
I think so. I can't remember.
Or at least, like, was it nominated?
I'm sure it was nominated.
There are some movies that win Oscars which, like, literally are just, like, asking to, like, just, like, there's just, like, Crash, right? Like, Crash was terrible.
Yeah, and Green Book apparently got a similar...
It's Crash 2, yeah.
Yeah, which I kind of
like
liked Green Book.
Movie.
Not Oscar
Driving
winning
Miss
worthy.
Daisy too, right?
What? Driving Miss Daisy too, yeah.
Yeah, Green Book.
Driving Miss Daisy too. This time it's the other way around.
Just like, please.
Let's see, awards and honors. Nominated for Best Actress, Best Picture, Best...
Okay, so it didn't win.
You know.
It probably lost to Titanic or some shit. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, no, it was 2000, so it was after Titanic. Titanic was 97 or 98.
What the fuck? What came out that year? Shakespeare in Love?
I think so.
I don't remember what it was. Point is, it doesn't really matter.
So, Nexus at Night, the movie podcast? Anyway.
No, the shitty Oscar movie podcast.
So, yeah, how this usually works is we each pick a clan and then go through from the VRs all the way down through the double Rs and any other commons or rares that interest us. But this is, yes.
I noticed, and this is just something I've noticed in the past couple minutes, that every clan, that there's only one clan in the set.
Yes, Matt, there's only one clan. How is stupid of you? So how this is going to work is Root Beer, because he did the best intro in the history of Nexus at Night, and I will fight anybody who says otherwise. You're just going to do all the cards, and then we're just going to make fun of you and ask questions.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Alright, starting from the top. Colorful Pastoral Sonata. She is a VR grade 3 force gift, 13k. She has the melody keyword. Continuous Vanguard Rearguard. During your turn, this unit gets power plus 5000. This is shared by all your units with melody. And then act Vanguard once per turn. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until a card with melody is revealed. Call that card with melody to Rearguard Circle and shuffle your deck.
Alright. This seems very medium.
It is very medium, but it's probably one of the best cards in this set.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like that it calls a thing. I like that it calls a thing that cares about the keyword.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe a lot of the melody stuff has this, like, all your units with melody gain this effect, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
like,
That's what melody is.
That's basically the gimmick of the keyword.
Yeah, I mean, they're just attaching melody to things that don't matter, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Give it resist, everybody.
Please.
Wish.
Everyone would just be really upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like this card.
Yeah, I think this is a good card. Like, I think you would definitely. at least when I was doing the test build, I ran 4 of it. It was pretty much always the card I wanted to ride. Just free 5k power and being able to call a thing is really, really good.
One thing I will say is I'm glad the triggers don't have melody because that would mess this up a lot.
Oh my fuck! Imagine. Because if there's one thing that Gold Paladin players loved was, all right, check top 2, call something. They're both triggers.
Right?
Yay.
Yeah.
But this is also like check until you get a melody, which means you can run less melody cards and still get something. You're going to run into something.
Yeah,
And then you just damage check all your grade 3s in the first turn.
Yep. Yeah. Because that's how life works. I love
that's
Vanguard.
what I fully expect to play. That's what I fully expect to happen every time.
You and me both.
Alright, so the second VR, because there are 6 VRs in this set.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Alright.
They decided that triple Rs don't exist anymore and just gave us 6 VRs.
And this is for a single clan. Like, it's not even a
Amazing.
extra booster type deal.
Colorful Pastoral Cannon. So, Melody, Vanguard, Rearguard, when placed, you can Soul Charge 1, is shared by all Melody units. And then Act Vanguard, Soul Blast 3, and until end of turn, when your opponent would call Guardians from his or her hand, he or she can only call 2 or more cards.
Battledore skill, incoming.
Yeah, but it's Soul Blast 3.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's Soul Charges on place.
Yeah, it makes other things Soul Charge on place.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you play this card, you just never want to ride it.
I like
or at least
tested...
Go on.
Like, I've been testing with this card, I pretty much never wanted to ride it.
Yeah, like, I think I would like this card a lot more if it actually worked on Rearguard Circle. Like, almost every other Battledore card.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see why this doesn't work on Rearguard Circle. I don't even think the card's that good if it works on Rearguard Circle. I just think it's, like, actually, like, a card you want to see all of a sudden. Rather than...
This is something, like, you only want it when their opponent is at 5 damage and no other time.
Yeah. I am not impressed with this card.
Yeah. And then, like, the worst part is, if you ride it over Sonata, you're just immediately losing 5k power.
Uh-huh.
Like...
Which extra power can make them, like, depending on, like, the situation and where your Force Gifts are placed, the extra power could be the difference of a card as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, not even necessarily gaining something.
Especially in Standard, it seems like a lot of games are one where, like, damn, I was 5k short. That seems to be a ongoing theme for Standard format.
Yeah. Being efficient with your guarding is pretty relevant, and that's what makes these cards really good. But, like, since this card's on your Vanguard Circle, people generally, like, overguard that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I guess it just means, like, you can't just PG, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, since it's typically overguarded anyway due to triggers, like, I just don't feel like the skill's as good there. I guess it's until end of turn. What am I talking about? So it does, like, affect your rear guards as well. So, yeah, I guess maybe it would be a little powerful. I guess it would be pretty powerful in rear guard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like you don't want to ride this card very much.
You don't, because, like, early on, your opponent is at low enough damage that they don't really care. And then, like, late game, this only works if your opponent's at 5 damage, so there's this awkward space where if your opponent is at 4 damage, you're just staring at this card on your Vanguard Circle like, you're useless right now.
It doesn't provide, like, so the first rides in this game need to pack a pretty big punch, and this just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I think the 5k and call for unit is much bigger.
It really is.
Than this.
Ironically, I think the fact that Force Gifts exist makes this card worse, because Battledore skills want to be skirting the line between easy to guard and hard to guard, so that it would normally be a 1-card guard, but you have to waste an extra one. But if it's like, this is your second or third ride, and with the Force Gifts, they're going to have to drop 2 cards anyway, sans PGs to get there.
I think the 18k Battledore is, like, really annoying.
Oh yeah, the fucking Murakuma one. That thing.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think this is the only Battledore so far that affects your whole board, because both Musashi and the original Battledore is just 1 unit.
But they work on rear, so that's
that's
the trade-off.
Shout out to Raph from Toy Mandala. I hate you and your Murakuma stuff.
This card might be okay in premium just because you're going to be striding a lot anyway, so you'd only be riding the grade 3 for the Force Gift. And then, like, late game in premium, you probably have multi-attacks with bouncing cards, so the Battle Door effect would actually work.
I am not looking forward to the implications of what premium is going to be like.
So yeah.
I'm excited for all the random premium Bermuda shit.
Same. I need to start picking up like old Bermuda cards that I skipped out on. But yeah.
This is gonna be a bitch.
I like maybe run 2 copies of this in standard for like the soul charge, and then we'll have to see how this pans out in premium. Alright. VR number 3, Colorful Pastoral Serena. So, Melody, when its attack hits a Vanguard, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, draw a card. This is shared by all units with Melody. And then Act Vanguard, Counterblast 3, return 3 cards with Melody from drop zone to hand.
Huh.
This card is bad.
Why? Why can't... Why does this have to be an act? Alright, I'm gonna tell you, I do like... I wish I could combine this card and the first card. Wait, no, this works on Rearguard Circle.
Yeah.
The on hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. But then I can't guarantee it. But if you write it, it's so bad. Yeah, it's like, whatever.
Good if you're behind, I guess, and it's early to mid
but
game.
everyone will have this on hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when are you ever going to use its Counterblast 3 skill?
Never.
Hey guys, what if we took Battle Earl from Great Nature and gave it to everybody?
I have a question. Why is Bermuda cards from their drop zone to their hand?
I don't know. Fucking, why is it doing anything? Bermuda Triangle hasn't been their own thing since.
No man has actually done this.
Yeah.
Like,
the card's bad. I didn't
calls
test
the
it.
field for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then this card's randomly like, just shove units from your drop zone to your hand, no problem. It's like, what? Alright, this was the card that's waiting for the Melody heal trigger, right?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Just for premium? Yeah, that's just gonna be fun.
But yeah, no, this card is not very good. I just wish I could have this card and the first card, like, together. Staple.
You can't.
I don't want to have to play this card.
Why? Because you both want their Vanguard skills, or?
No, I just want this the Melody effect to passively exist without actually having to play this card.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'll do it.
Not worth.
Yeah, this card is not worth it because if you ever ride it, you lose.
Yeah, it's like such a bad ride.
Ironically, it seems like a really good rare. Like, this is not VR material at all.
Oh, just wait until we get to the double R's.
Looking at you next, fucking end of stage.
Colorful Pastoral Fina, VR number 4, 13k Force Gift, blah blah. So Melody, continuous, Vanguard, Rearguard. This unit gets intercept, and when it intercepts, it gets shield plus 10,000 until end of battle, shared by all units with Melody. And then Act Vanguard, Soul Blast 2. You can activate all your on hits even when they don't hit.
Whoa, hold up.
Here he goes again.
Imagine how many times you draw up to 4 cards.
Well, it only works if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, though. For Serena.
But here's the thing, right? Here's what you do. You attack, so you ride this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soul Blast 2. Call your hand, and on the rear guard you have the other Melody thing that gives on hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Attack with a rear guard, draw a card. Attack with a rear guard, draw a card. Yeah. Or you can go attack with a rear guard, draw a card, right? Attack with Vanguard, drive check 2, draw a card. And then you attack with the rear guard, you have 4 cards in hand, right? 4 less.
Mm-hmm.
A card. Got him. And you hope you don't hit a draw trigger. It's that simple. Easy. You draw 5 cards.
Yeah. And then you have exactly 5 cards in your hand at the end of your turn.
Yeah, but you have like a full board, no problem.
And they can intercept and get 10k shield when they intercept.
Yeah.
Easy.
Free. It's just free. So, yeah, they get 10k more shield, meaning if it's a grade 1 melody in the front row for some reason, that's like huge now, right?
If only there were a grade 1 melody unit.
Oh no. Grade 2 melody? Alright, that's 15k. We'll take it.
Yeah. There is exactly one. It's a promo, and the only thing it says in its card text is melody.
Yeah, this is the kind of bullshit I was alluding to. Is this things with like only melody, so they only get effects off your other melody garbage.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Like, that was revealed on stream today is a grade 2 promo, and the only thing it says is melody.
Perfect. That's exactly what this deck needs. I wish I were joking.
I wish you were joking too.
Perfect. But this is the great meme.
Alright, this is also the premium meme where you activate all your on hits, and then now there is the potpourri combo where Harmony on hit you can return.
No, not this shit again.
I like it.
Infinite attacks. You only have to set up a ridiculous board full of Harmony units and ride this as your Vanguard and not Stride.
And that still is GB1, so it's not like you can do it turn 3 either.
And it doesn't gain power, so you have to find some way to give it power for all those attacks.
Triggers? I don't know. For all the attacks? Yeah, that's not happening.
Anyways. Next is Colorful Pastoral Caro. So, Melody, Continuous, Vanguard, Rearguard. This unit gets boost and Continuous. During the battle it boosted, it gets power plus 5,000. Shared by all units with Melody. And then Auto Vanguard, when placed, Soul Blast 2, search a copy of itself out of deck and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck.
Why?
For boost, I guess?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want my Vanguard to have boost. I know it works on Vanguard, I'm just being an asshole. But I guess this also affects any other Melody unit you call to back row.
Yep.
That's why. I just don't understand.
I mean, the cool thing with this, it means you can run weirder grade lineups. So you're like, all right, I'm just going to call a field of 3s or whatever.
But here's the problem, right? You still have to play like enough grade 1s and 2s to ride them on time.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying you can do that.
I mean, fair.
You run this with... you just run this with Sonata. You have 10k to your back row and boost.
Just to double check, we've looked at 5 cards so far, right?
Yep.
And we've looked at 5 grade 3s, right?
Yep.
Alright, just checking.
Don't worry, we have a 6th VR.
Oh
Hot Star CL. This one is a grade 1, 8k.
Is this the first VR that's not a grade 3?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright.
So, your other rear guards in the same column as this unit can't be attacked. And then, on play, Soul Blast 1, reveal a grade 3, look at 7 cards from the top deck, reveal 1 with Melody, and add it to your hand.
Alright.
Neato.
So this is the card they want you to play with the other 5 ERs. Although, to be fair, I think this card is probably necessary.
Probably.
Because you need to find the grade 3 you actually want to ride.
Yes. And also, a lot of the grade 1s are really, really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, they are almost all some variation of gain 5k, and a lot of the conditions for that are really stupid and bad, and don't work with the Melody deck.
Right. How do you like... No, I'll complain at the end. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Okay.
Now we can cover... I don't even know what LIR stands for. I think it was Legend Rare, Legend Idol Rare, I think.
Yeah, that. It's something idol rare for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, the grade 4s that we talked about last week.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
5 grade 3s and a grade 1 and now a grade 4.
3 grade 4s.
Oh my god.
These are ostensibly our triple Rs.
Right.
So yeah, Diva of Atlanta, Irina, Vanguard on play, reveal 10 cards. If all the normal units have different names, then at the end of your first battle, you can stand this unit, and then shuffle your deck.
Okay.
And that's called the Highlander effect, kids. For those who didn't listen last week. Yeah.
It's got a 14k base and a force gift. Neat.
Yeah.
If this card had a normal cost, I might have actually played it because I desperately need a finisher, but it doesn't, so I don't.
Yeah, just makes it as hard as possible to deal with.
Yep, Unparalleled Ingenuity Laura, so it has the same Highlander skill, but then you call any of the reveal cards and they all get power plus 10,000 until the end of your turn.
Man, I do like this one.
It sure looks impressive.
just imagine hitting though. Imagine the high roll.
Yeah,
Ignore all the times where you're just gonna be upset because you're playing this bad deck. And just imagine the one time out of like 50 games where you just high roll your opponent.
But I can already do what this card does with the Melody deck.
Look, I'm just saying.
And then Heart Monopoly Anezka, where Highlander effect, and if you get it, you get all 3 gifts.
In any order, in addition to the original Force gift that she has.
Yes.
So it's 4 total gifts.
Yep, and we already heard my overreaction to this last
We've
one.
devoted an entire episode to this. I don't know how much more detail we want to go into.
I just want to ask. So she has a monopoly on hearts.
Yes.
I think. Has there been any antitrust suits filed against her?
No, not that I know of.
Well, Teddy Roosevelt is dead, and the Republicans control the Senate, so we're fucked.
I mean, it's the best way to make money is to be the only person in the game, right?
Yeah, yep. Of course. Until Mr. Big Stick comes along trust busting. All right, moving on.
Into the double R's, we have Greenness Energy Saria.
All right.
So when it attacks while it's not boosted, Counterblast 1, increase or decrease the power of this unit until it becomes the same power as one of your vanguards until end of battle.
So what? This is a Counterblast 1 plus 3k, maybe plus 4k if you're on a grade 4 for some reason?
Yes.
Or maybe, I guess, if you have a Force gift somewhere, it gains that.
Yeah, but you could just put your Force gift on the rearguard circle, and it'll just have that on its own.
Well, also, if you attack with Vanguard first...
its power down. So this card would make you want to put your Force gift on your Vanguard.
Yes.
But is it worth a Counterblast? I don't know.
It's really not.
Well, also think of it this way. If, she attacks and you had attacked with Vanguard first and it was like 2 to pass, and then you only get 1, you put it on Vanguard, it counts that too.
Yeah, but then...
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, if you're on a 13k Vanguard and you put a Force gift on Van, then you can Counterblast this to basically give it plus 13, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Which is now, making it a 2-card guard, basically.
Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, if I'm playing the Melody deck, my rearguard should already be ridiculously large.
Right.
I don't know.
So, this card's okay. It's just not doesn't fit, I guess.
It doesn't fit in the Melody deck. I feel like if you were trying to make some sort of rush deck out of the TD, it might do something? Question mark? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Blue Silver Diva Broom, or I guess that's how that's pronounced.
Blue Silver Diva Broom.
Yeah.
Broomhilda. Alright.
During your opponent's turn, it gets power plus 5,000, and when it hits a Vanguard, Counterblast 1 and draw a card.
Man, it doesn't even work with the on-hit thing.
I mean, it does.
Oh yeah, I guess. You get to always Counterblast 1 to draw a card.
Yeah.
But they could just put Melody on it. How hard is this? How hard?
And it only gains its power during your opponent's turn.
Yep, it's to make it harder to bully, obviously.
But it's like, I don't know. Whatever. I think that if you're worried about stuff being bullied, you should make the card better to begin with.
God, no.
Like, I'm not going to try, like, if I was a bully, I'm not going to try and steal their lunch money if her broke ass is around. Like, fucking go after the rich kid,
No, they don't. No, everyone has to punch down, you see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rich kid in this scenario is somebody with, like, a skill that's worth not being there for the opponent.
Don't worry, the double R's will still manage to get worse.
But, like, just fucking, you kill the left arrestor, not the right arrestor. Because, okay, whatever. Anyway.
So mastery cover mean it. Hey, one place, counterblast 1, draw 2 cards, return a card from hand to deck, and shuffle it. If you don't have any rear guards with the same card name as your vanguard, return 3 cards instead of 1.
Return a card from your hand to deck. Wait.
You draw 2, return 1, and then if you don't have a rear guard with the same name as your vanguard, you return 3 instead.
Oh my god, this is awful.
So it's the opposite of a Highlander effect. You want...
Yes.
Also, this thing looks literally like Ren with a fishtail. Ren with a fishtail, sorry.
What?
Like the red hair?
All right.
Ren from the anime?
It's
Ren.
Ren, sorry.
Right,
Excuse my speech impediment.
No.
Not really.
Well, fuck you too, lady.
Why is this card so bad?
Why is it a minus? Why is it a huge minus for no reason?
I don't know.
Cards just unusable most of the time.
They're limiting the usage of it for no reason. That's not even a broken effect you're limiting.
Look, you don't even need to put the last if clause. It could say when placed, counterblast 1, draw 2, put a card from your hand into your deck and shuffle it. And this card's still like barely good.
Yeah, it would still be like medium minus.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
no,
I'm
they
saying.
add this other nonsense and just make it actually like horrible.
Yeah. I guess the idea is that with Melody, you're probably going to have duplicates, but like, this is absolutely awful. Why would you play this? Like, why would you take the risk that you'll just go -1 for no reason?
Well, I surely hope they can't get worse than this.
Oh, we're getting into the grade 1s now. Now they're just going to be completely mediocre and not do anything.
No.
I was going to say narrator. They did.
Alright, so favorite child, Eno. During the battle to attack the Vanguard, this unit gets power plus 2000. And then when your Vanguard's attack hits a Vanguard, you may return this unit to your hand.
See,
Nice,
kid?
it worked with the on-hit thing. Got him.
See, kids? We kept the bouncing in Bermuda Triangle. We're hip.
This card's bad.
Yes. Why is it double R?
I don't know.
This literally...
If you're going second, this alone can hit your opponent's 10k grade 2.
Sure,
Yes, it
fine.
can. I feel like I might play this in the rush deck for that reason, though, if I were to make a rush deck.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. But I don't think Bushiro designs clans with, like, we're trying to make you do grade 1 rush, grade 2 rush, whatever.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know.
Also, if your Vanguard's attack hit, which it probably will because people don't guard early most of the time, then you can just return it to your hand and it can't get bullied.
Easy.
I mean, again, not worth bullying. That's... I mean, if you are a rush deck, then yeah, I guess the solution is to kill rear guards, but, like, whatever.
Anyway,
That's neither here nor there.
don't worry, there's going to keep getting worse. Fluffy Wonder Prune. So, when your deck is shuffled by your card ability, this unit gets power plus 5000 until end of turn.
Why is this a double R?
Yeah.
This is a common effect.
I don't know.
Seems like a rather, it literally looks like they spun a wheel of just all the cards. All right, that's a double R, that's triple R.
Like, there's no reason for this card to be a double R. None
I mean,
whatsoever.
The effect seems like it's good. Like, you know, free. There's no, you know.
This is a common in Murakumo.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You're right.
This would be a common in literally any other deck, and it's a double R for no reason.
But people want to see the shiny or whatever.
This is so fucking stupid. Why do they do this?
All of these double Rs are terrible and not actually double R skills.
You know what's crazy?
What?
This set's still gonna sell insanely because it's Bermuda.
Of course, yeah. There's people like you, Root Beer, because this is like the only clan you really care about outside of OTT. And then my friend Brian, and then every other freaking lolly out there.
Disgusting.
Disgusting indeed. Anime Suction is for Nerds 2019. Okay.
Alright. Rainy Tear Steza. So, at the end of the battle, it boosts the Vanguard. You can retire it, draw a card, then counterblast 1, put a grade 3 from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck, and draw another card.
Why?
Ah,
This card is very whatever.
it is. I mean, at least it's
Can
weird enough
why can't it go to Soul?
because fuck you.
There once was a man from
fair.
Nantucket who thought that Bermudas couldn't suck it. He sat and he worked on and on and he wondered, why isn't this common?
All of these double R's are infinitely worse than the TD cards.
I mean, okay, again, this effect does not seem bad. It just doesn't seem double R worthy.
It really doesn't. I will repeat myself. This is worse than anything in the TD, probably. Or either that or exactly the same as something in the TD.
But you know that we're going to get people who are mad at us like, dude, it's not as bad as the thing. You just got to play it right.
Okay, I'm just going to compare this to one card in the TD. So this is Best of Best Isabella. She is a grade 1, 7k. On play, Soul Blast 2. 2 of your other rear guards get power plus 5,000, and if you have 5 rear guards, draw a card.
Yeah.
Wait. That card is actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know, but the TD is infinitely better than the actual set.
Call the Chevron, because that shit's gas.
The
the
other grade 1 is just a generic on-play, draw a card, discard a card from your hand.
That still might be better than some of the grade 1s in here.
Yeah. I mean, for some reason, it can only be used once per turn by all card names, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. Does it have to rest?
No, you just play it, draw, discard.
Oh, it's fine. I'm pretty sure the next double R is pretty good, though.
Yeah, literally, baby, ran it. So, it is a draw PG with... That is a perfect card. Yeah, draw PG.
Yeah, that card's pretty good, I think, right?
Yeah, this is a pretty good double R.
It might be the best double R.
Yep. Literally all the double R's are useless.
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know how they did it, but they did.
Actually amazing. How do they manage?
I don't know, but they did.
They did a thing, and I'm proud of them. So, what's next?
Oh. More cards from the TT that are better than this, I don't know.
There's no commons or rares that are, like, worth our time?
I'm, like, looking through all of them now, and I can't think of anything.
That's really sad. Fuck it, let's just go to the TD, because... Whatever, it's fine.
You know, the TD topped, like, got, like, 4th place or something in a tournament, just the basic TD. I would actually rather go through the entire TD than talk about the actual set anymore.
We're only half an hour in, so yeah, let's go for it. So this is both the set and the TD.
So, first card is the grade 3, full appeal Falulu. So, if you call the rear guard during this turn, it gets power plus 5,000 on Vanguard. And then, act Vanguard once per turn, you can counter blast 1. It gets 15,000 power until end of turn. And if you have 5 rear guards, draw a card.
Score. Alright.
Whoa. This is like okay.
Yeah.
What?
And then...
She's a mini soul saver.
Yeah. And she gives you a card, and she lets you draw a card. You just have to, like, have a full board.
Mm-hmm.
And then Graceful Prayer Ami, when it attacks Vanguard, if you have 5 rear guards, it gets power plus 15,000 until the end of battle. Works on Vanguard rear.
I'm less in on this, but go on.
Yeah. And it's grade 3, Force Gift, 13k.
That's right, kids. It's force and a half.
Yeah. Honestly, like, if I were trying to make a rush deck, I might experiment with trying to use Falulu with Cannon. Just because if you're rushing really hard, then your opponent's probably going to be inclined to guard more, which will wear down their hand. And then if you hit them with the Battle Door effect early, but they're also at higher damage, then it actually means something.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's something to think about. And then the best card, Choco Love Heart, leaves a lot. We've talked about this before, but continuous hand, it can be called as a grade 1, and then once placed, it becomes grade 2 again. And then on place, Vanguard or Rearguard, look at the top card of your deck, call it to Rearguard, or put it into Soul. This ability can only be used once by a card with the same name once a turn.
Yeah, this card is pretty good, right?
Yeah, this card is ridiculous.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why is this a TD card?
It's the damn cover card.
They could have made this the double R.
They could, but they didn't.
Alright, fair enough.
It almost seems triple R worthy, like, by itself. Almost.
I'm like concerned why they even bothered printing the set itself.
Pretty much. Once again, a vanilla TD as is managed to get like fourth place high in a tournament, which is hilarious.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
And then Feeling Hide Rear Room, which is just a vanilla 10k, but there is a decent chance that the vanilla 10k is still better than some of the double Rs.
Right.
Just because it at least has 10k shield. And then Concealed Bitters Enes. So it is a grade 2 9k, but auto rearguard circle when placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, gets power plus 5000, and if you called another rearguard, draw a card.
This card's also good, what?
Yeah. This card is better than any of the double Rs in the set.
Why'd they put... I'm so confused.
So am I, don't worry. Like, I was looking through all of the cards in the set, trying to see if I could replace this, because, you know, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 is a little hefty, especially if you're going to be playing Sonata as your main grade 3, but, like, I really legitimately just could not find anything better than this.
So I have an important question, and I want you to answer honestly.
Yeah.
Which starter are you going to use?
I'm probably going to use the generic starter, Pure Grifter Archie, because it's not using a crappy screenshot from the anime.
That is probably the best, for the best.
You don't want to fucking pretend it's White Shorts and the crappy screenshots with the fuck White Shorts.
Crappy screenshots of their ugly triangle eyes. God no.
Right,
crappy screenshots.
Let me just say this. I don't know why Bushiroad feels the need to like use anime screens for card art. Actually, I know exactly why they use anime screens for card art, because it's cheap. But it looks so bad.
Yeah.
It really does.
Like just I don't know. It just looks like it looks so terrible. Like White Shorts using anime screens and they're like all blurry and gross. Oh my god, please stop.
I forgot what it was. Was it from Kara Expo, the one where they gave everybody like Excel and Force gifts where it was just screenshots from the anime?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, so you see him like floating around like it's, you know, somebody who's like playing Octoforce is like, I have this Leon Excel marker that's just like a screenshot of his close-up face, and you're like, there is nothing that conveys that you are trying to, you know, force your way to victory than having Kai and Aichi as kids being like, here's a Vanguard card. Like it just doesn't fit with what's going on.
I'm gonna force this blaster blade down your throat.
Oh yeah.
So this set is something else.
So who won?
The TD.
No, I think the TD won.
Yeah, the TD won.
Gotcha.
I think everyone else lost.
Like if you were trying to construct a melody-based deck, you would probably just take the TD, replace the grade 3s with Kara and Sonata, and then get like that promo grade 2 that only says melody and replace your vanilla 10k with it.
So since they're closely related, I want to ask your opinion. Do you think the Bermuda set is better than the anime, or the anime is better than the Bermuda set?
I would say, but they're two different things, but also, yeah, I get it.
I've only watched one episode of the anime, and I hated it. See, that's the thing, is like they're both really boring and have nothing to talk about.
My favorite thing was that Root Beer originally intended to do a whole Nexus at Night episode about it, and then he watched one episode and he's like, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
I even said, hey, if you watch it, if you commit to watching it, I will also commit to watch it. And he was not down, so it's okay.
He could not do it.
I've watched 2 episodes, and I tell you, it's not worth it.
How unfortunate.
So we think that the best of the VRs is Sonata, right?
Yes.
Except that there's not enough melody cards.
Mm-hmm. It's like Sonata followed distantly by Karo, and then...
How do you print a mechanic like Melody, and then just not print things with lower grades that have Melody?
I don't know.
They're afraid of breaking it? I don't know what to tell you.
Even if you don't put a melody skill that gets shared, just putting Melody plus another skill.
Yeah.
Would make the deck actually function.
Yeah, they have an entire promo where the only thing it says is Melody, and I am desperately hoping it comes to English because it would help the deck.
Yeah, this set just seems...
As somebody who's still waiting for Savage Trooper, fucking keep waiting.
It's okay, we're gonna get Murokuma Wave 3 before you get Savage Trooper.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
I wish I was joking.
I know.
Playing through the deck, it feels like Paladin level.
Alright.
Early Royal Paladin when they were still relying on Soul Saver, where you just have really big columns every turn and nothing else.
When we were getting ready for this week, and you said you did some playtesting, you had the perfect nickname for standard
Soul Saver. Yeah, the deck is Soulsaver.fish.
Soulsaver.fish. That's fucking amazing. Soulsaver.fish. Yeah. So, now what do you think this means for premium? Because everybody has been silently dreading the arrival of 10k triggers because Ange as a deck was or is still topping in premium.
Well, 10k triggers, new triggers obviously are going to be ridiculous with the new Bermuda Triangle. I think Kanon might have some potential in premium just because late game with bouncing combined with her Battledore skill might be something really scary to look out for. And generally speaking, just riding her for her gift is not the worst thing in the universe. I think riding Anjay early is still going to be the better play just because of how much it pluses for you. I don't know how all the other grade 3s are going to function in premium. Fina has that stupid meme deck with Potpourri, but it's actually just terrible, inconsistent, difficult to set up. I don't see that going anywhere, especially when the Anjay deck is already really consistent and powerful. So, yeah. I think Kanon could use some experimentation. Lieselot's probably going to make it into the deck for early aggression because who doesn't want free early pluses? And everything else in the set is kinda garbage. I think there was a common card that could recycle your grade 3s that might make it in there. And that's about it.
And that's not counting the doubler. Was there any countercharge? Is there any countercharge?
There's a countercharge somewhere in the commons. Or rares. I'd have to find it.
Okay, but it is there. So it's so the whole Royal Paladin problem isn't a thing.
Yeah. Well, there's self-management Lalates. So at the end of the battle, if you have no face-up cards, you can retire it and countercharge 1, but that's bad. And there was another one, and I'm trying to figure out what it was. I think it was also a grade 1.
I mean, it is countercharge.
Yeah.
People take whatever they can get, but yeah.
But there was a better countercharge. I'm just trying to find it. No, not you. Not you. Ugh. Fuck. It's a grade 1. Know that. No. Oh my god. We'll edit this out.
So Bermuda's foray into standard format. Are they just going to be carried by the TD and the end?
Yeah, that's about it. Like, you're going to be
Okay,
carried
yeah.
by the TD, maybe slide in cannon if you're trying to do some kind of weird rush deck. I'm going to test that out.
Makes sense.
Seriously, where is this
Oh,
card?
I found it. It's self-management Lala test.
No, not that one. There's a better one.
Oh, there's a better one? Alright.
Like,
Part
I can't
of
remember.
me is
Here's
part
what
of me is tempted to keep this in just for the shits and gigs.
Here's the part where I tried to help and I was wrong anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Press F to pay respects.
Oh my god, I can't remember what it was called. I'm actually really annoyed right now. Like, it was something where you could, like, put a grade 3 with Melody back to the bottom of your deck and, like, countercharge. But I don't remember what it was called. Here it is. Equable Career Spiana. So, when placed, you may return a card with the same card name as a grade 3 on your Vanguard or Rearguard circle from drop zone to deck. If you returned it, you can shuffle your deck and countercharge 1.
Wow.
This one is infinitely better than the other one because it's free.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is certainly a thing. I like how all of these cards that like get you countercharge and stuff are named like responsible things. self management. Like I'm just waiting for them to be like, all right, good credit score. Does their taxes on time. Mary or
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, really.
Yeah, so the TD seems kind of insane.
Yeah.
Pays into her 401k. All right, I'll stop. The TD, yes, the TD doesn't seem insane. And the only reason I kind of like, I know this firsthand because there's this guy who at my locals hates premium like a lot. And there's this one guy who is constantly like, anybody want to play premium? And that's the only person I can really play outside of my, initial friend group. And he brought like a proxied out, premium Bermuda, and he was like doing all these effects. And I'm like, I've read none of these, so you could just be making this shit up and I would believe you. But after seeing all this, it's real.
Yeah. What did he do with all of the new stuff? Did he actually just slot in Lieselot and then and new triggers and then just keep playing the deck as is?
More or less, yeah. And Chocolat herself, for whatever reason.
Okay.
I can't remember. This is like weeks ago at this point.
All right. Well,
it's a lot of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like premium Bermuda is probably going to get even scarier, just free cards, and then standard the cards are just not there. The set is filled with generic gain some amount of power for a ridiculous condition that all clash with each other and don't make a cohesive deck. Literally just play the TD.
Sound advice, I guess. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the important question of what starter he was going to play, and I'm glad he chose the correct choice.
Yes, of course, because there's always a correct choice here on the opinion-related things at Nexus at Night. You'd think one of these days we get like yelled at for because like there are a lot of things that are like obviously opinion based, and you're making the correct choice or incorrect choice by choosing this or that, and I'm still waiting for some angry nerd to be like, how can you think that X is the correct choice? It is obviously Y.
Well, I think it's the correct choice because that's my opinion, right?
No, but like because of how you talk,
it's
Matt, you seem so indignant when you're doing it. They're like, man, he's really true. Behind this. Yeah.
So I learned at a young age that if I just don't put in my opinion at the end of things, people get like it's implied because I'm saying it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But people get like much more like up in arms about it because like, well, that's just your opinion. I'm like, yeah, I'm saying it. I hope it's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad idea, but you also seem like one of those people who didn't have at a young age. You just seem like the type of guy who like showed up as an
So
adult.
you just emerged into the world as a fully formed adult, already jaded with the world.
As it happens, I did in fact grow up at some point. I
Yes.
was a kid at one point, against all odds.
I don't know. I mean, like with how like stupidly trustworthy I am, I'm probably just gonna be a kid forever. I'm like Butters from South Park.
Stop making that face.
Which face?
Butters, you're grounded.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yep.
I just watched that episode today. Everyone knows it's Butters. That's me.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did we ever do an outro?
I wish I still thought South Park was funny.
I don't know.
I still thought The Simpsons was funny, but they haven't been funny for
man.
several
I rewatched
decades.
The Steamed Hams episode recently because it became relevant.
The full episode, or just the...
I watched that. Well, yeah, the Steamed Hams like scene, right?
Yeah.
But like, it became relevant in the news again, so I was like, oh, I guess I should watch this again. Still pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the full episode outside of that? Oh, it's the like Tales of Springfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Is your house on fire? No, that's the Aurora Borealis.
May I see it? No.
What? This time of year?
My favorite like steamed hams memes that I ever saw was steamed hams, but Skinner just says steamed hams.
Nice.
Well, Seymour, I made it despite your directions. Steamed hams.
Oh my god.
All right. This is the shortest set review we've ever done, I think.
Well, this is the smallest set we reviewed.
Yeah.
I get
One
that, but
clan
like...
with 6 VRs, and those were the only interesting cards in the entire set.
And then we had to go do a TD. So yeah, why don't we wrap this up? Plug thyselves.
All right, I'm Matt. You can find me at Wiggums, 2 G's, 2 Z's on the Twitterverse.
I'm Root Beer. You can find me at Plasma Eclipse on the Twitters.
The Twitters with a Z, and he does cool drawings sometimes, and then tweets them out through our Twitter, which is at Nexus at Night. You can also find me personally at Atlas Novak, and on Instagram at the same handle.
That's a good segue.
Thank you. This is the best segment. Fuck, that's not even top 5 for us. We've done better than that.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't nice.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, Root Beer, since this is your episode, why don't you go ahead and sign us off?
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. You can find us on YouTube and SoundCloud and all of that stuff at Nexus at Night. And remember, breathing is fun.
Breathing? Oh, right. Deadliest catch. All right. Until next time. I was Atlas. Yeah. And he's Root Beer.
He's Root Beer.
Well, I already said my part.
Yeah, we get that. Fuck it. Have a good night, everybody.